We're live! All right. Hello to everyone who is here. Who do we have here? We have Lester. Hello, Lester, and Cyclonus, and Evan, and MCDJ ACDC, and Cobra Island, and Matt, and Big Gay Dave, and Comic Tropes. Hello! Hello, everyone. We are here. We are live. Oh, yeah, I gotta post that. Hold on, I gotta post that different places. Otherwise, people won't know. There... and I have a lot for this evening, a lot for tonight. So we'll be busy. Hello, Firefly and Gaz. Thanks for being here. Hello, Draws. Nice to see you. Hello, Sparkster. Always nice to see Sparkster. Hello, everyone. So here we are. I've got a lot to do. This evening, I've got a lot planned. At least I think we're gonna get it all going here. Hello, Matt Edwards. I think that's we got another Matt. We got two Matts in here. Hello, Matt. Matt 1 and Matt 2. How about that? Matt 1 and Matt 2. Hello, both of the Matts. Hello, Asian Chuckles. Howdly doodly. Hello, other Matt. So Matt 1, Matt 2, Matt 3. Hello, all of the Matts and everybody else. So I've got a lot. To show. I've got some stuff to do. We've got a lot to do tonight. Hello, bubble wrapped memories. How do you doodly? And I want to give everybody a minute. Give everybody a minute to come in, have a seat, get comfortable. You know, get a refreshment. And then we'll get started. Hello, Daniel. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. I will say a couple of things that I intend to do this evening. Later in the evening, I do want to do story time, and I believe I'm going to do this G.I. Joe Find Your Fate book. Even though we've already done this one before, I wanted to take another crack at it. For two reasons. First of all, the cover is pink, so that fits with our Tiger Force, not Tiger Force, but Ninja Force theme. Sorry, I get the forces mixed up. So the Ninja Force theme with their pink background. Hello, J.R. Howard. How do you do? Welcome and thanks for being here. Who's the best dancer in G.I. Joe? That's a good question. Well, hold on. Snake Eyes can break dance. We've established that, so it's got to be Snake Eyes. Hello, Iconic Blood. How do you do? Also, one thing that I noticed about this is it's Operation Dragonfire, and that's the same name as the DiC animated series, the first miniseries, Operation Dragonfire. The only difference is for the DiC cartoon, it was one word. And on this, it's two words. I just thought it was funny that this, came out 4 years before the DiC series started. And it has the same name. Coincidence? Coincidence? Probably a coincidence. Hello, Man of Action. How do you do? Thank you for being here. So I'll do this later, Another thing that I think I will do is I'll do another drawing. Now, not everybody necessarily sticks around for the live drawing, and that's okay. I'll try to do it like after the regular hour, and for those who want to stick around, you can stick around. That's cool. I'll try to look at it as kind of like bonus content. It's not for everybody. Not everybody wants to stick around. Not everybody wants to stay up that like. That's fine. That's fine. But for those of you who do. We'll do a drawing because I've got to stockpile. Hello, Wilkinson Studios. Wonder if Hazard was thinking of making a Dragonfire vehicle. I don't know. That's a good question. What was I saying? Hello, Wilkinson Studios. Thank you for joining. Okay, so... Wow, I got distracted. That happens a lot. It's very easy. I do want to make a couple quick announcements right off the top. First, the Kickstarter for Call Sign Longbow. which is a Kickstarter for O-ring style, G.I. Joe style figures that has launched, and it's already fully funded. That is one that I will be jumping on board for. I haven't yet, only because I've been really busy. Hello, hey there, Sergeant Slaughter's Slaughterhouse. How do you do? Yes, O-ring Kickstarter, exactly, Man of Action. So check out Call Sign Longbow. Definitely check that out. Although a lot of people have already checked it out, but check it out if you haven't already. Yes, the G.I. Joe fan club has also launched. Hello, Living Stones. The G.I. Joe fan club is being spearheaded by James Kavanaugh, who is a pretty well-known person in the fan community, and he did some. Let's see, where's that book? Yeah, he's the same guy that did these rank and file guides to the 4-inch modern figures. So yeah, so that's another thing. Another thing to remember is that today is Tuesday, which means there is a new video from Timmer from Half the Battle, and we are in main character May, so it's going to be a really big month covering in depth one of the main characters. This month it is Destro. So Tuesday means you can check out a brand new video from Timmer, one of my favorite guys. So yes, I wanted to make sure we started out with that. Got to start with that. Hello, JP. Thank you for being here. I hope I didn't miss anybody. I think I get everybody. Thank you, Evan. Evan says he enjoys my artwork. Well, that is the next thing I wanted to cover and sort of announce. So, most recent video I did Nunchuk. In fact, right here is Nunchuk. There he is, right there. And what I've decided is that for each super chat we get this evening, I'm going to smack that super chatter in the head. Nunchuk is going to smack him in the head with a nunchuck. So super chat for nunchucks to the head. You know, it's a light concussion. It's worth it. So anyway, so I did Nunchuk with nunchucks, and also I did Nunchuk without nunchucks. See the review to find out what that's about. But I did something different with this review. I did the thumbnail drawing. Hello, Exploriso. Thank you for joining. Thanks for being here. I did the thumbnail drawing for it, which you can see on your screen. That right down there is the drawing that I did for it. But instead of doing the entire drawing from start to finish in a digital format, I started with a physical pencil drawing that I scanned. Let me take this out of here so it's less shiny. That I scanned and then I inked and colored it from the scan. So that means that unlike usual, I actually have a physical pencil drawing of the Nunchuk thumbnail. So that's different. And since I have this physical drawing, I've decided that I would like for one of you to have this physical drawing of Nunchuk, the actual artwork used, the actual for real artwork from the video review. And what I've done is I have placed this on eBay, and I figure I'll just let you guys... Oh, there's Comic Tropes. Comic Tropes, guess what you get? Comic Tropes gets a nunchucks to the forehead. Bach! There we go. I used his Samurai Smash action feature. You got it twice. Thank you. Thank you, Comic Tropes, for that. Thank you very much. So I figure if you guys want it, you can get it. If you don't, then I'll just bring it with me to Joe Fest, and I'll have it there. But there is that, and you put it side by side, see, or top and bottom with the pencil artwork, and then the final inked and colored artwork there. So yeah, so I did that. It's a little bit different, but it worked out pretty well in my opinion. I think it worked. Screen. There's a thank you, Sergeant Slaughter's Slaughterhouse. Take a nunchuck to the face. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's kind of like a screen use prop, pretty much. Another thing that I did, just kind of as I was preparing to start this. Hello, the Killer Weezer. Thank you for being here. I was just sitting around kind of waiting for a video to render, and I had some time to kill. So I did a second sketch of Shipwreck version 1 because I wasn't thrilled with the one that I did last week. I just felt like Shipwreck should have a little bit more personality. So, I gave him that kind of sly smile. Gave him a little bit personality. He's got kind of long hair, the hippie. He's I just imagine Shipwreck being just a little unkempt. He's got the unbuttoned shirt. He's got his parrot there, and yeah, he's just got kind of that smirk on his face. So I did that just kind of casually while I was waiting to get this started. Hello, Keldon. How do you do? Thanks for being here. So later this evening, kind of after the kids have gone to bed, we'll do a little bit more artwork. So yeah, but anyway, if you have any interest in this at all, the link is in the description of this very live stream right now. So that's what we got. I'm gonna spend maybe the first half hour, 45 minutes, whatever, just hanging out, just chilling with you guys. Hey, Jumpin' General, how do you do? Thanks for joining. Chilling with you guys, chilling with the crew. And then after that, we'll give this a shot. This is one, I know we've already done this book, but we're going to do it anyway. Well, because it's got a pink cover, and because it shares the name of a Deke miniseries. And hey, who was in the Deke animated series? Nunchuk. He was not in Operation Dragonfire, but he was in the series, so, it makes perfect sense to me, right? Hello, Michael Pytel. Thank you for joining. Glad you're here. Thanks for being here. Just designed a Fire Bat in a Lego designer program. Hey, that's cool. That's very cool. Hey, Action Figure Expert is here. How do you do? Thank you for. I'm glad you liked the review. Yeah, okay, but thanks for being here. Thanks. I'm not sure what your comment means, but okay, thanks for pointing that out. Anyway, so what am I doing here? So the last couple days have been incredibly busy because I've been trying to get the next video review ready to go. And it is, in fact, ready to go. What that has meant, though, is that I've had to put off a couple other things. Hello, Joe Fan. Thank you for being here. Hello, Peter Ang. Thank you also for being here. Like the post office box unboxing, the donation unboxing for all the stuff that I got in April, that is something that I intended to get to early this week, but is going to have to wait for a little bit. Just because I had to put that off because I was trying to finish the next video review. But now that that's done, I can do the unboxing, and I intend to do the unboxing really soon. I'm really gonna try. So that'll be coming up. I've got preparation for Cobra Convergence to do. I've been trying to work ahead on my own stuff to create a little breathing room, create a little space. Hello, Greg. I think I don't think I said hello to Greg. Hello to Greg. How do you do? Thanks for being here. Thank you, Killer Weezer. Killer Weezer gets a smack in the face with a nunchuck. Whack! Really couldn't chuck nuns. Should have used the Kung Fu action on version 2 Mindbender. Hey, I could have. It's been a little while since we have, since we've hit Dr. Mindbender with anything. So, maybe we need to be testing these on Mindbender. Yeah, that's the ticket. Toronto Blue Jays are playing the Yankees. Leafs are playing Tampa. Hoodie Coco is live. That's right. And basically, this show is better than essentially any sporting event. You've got the Super Bowl. Super Bowl's at this level, and this live stream is like up here. That's why I charge so much for advertising. Pepsi Cola and your Coors beer. Hey, it's like $500,000 for a 30-second ad on this show. I've got some prep work that I need to do for Cobra Convergence. I've been trying to work ahead on my own stuff to create some space so I can work on that. I've got prep stuff that I need to do for Joe Fest, which is mostly getting some sketches done. And I want to try out some of the stuff that Comic Tropes sent to me, that Chris from Comic Tropes sent. Now this is some really nice paper. And what I'm thinking for these larger pages is doing maybe some action scenes, something bigger than just individual character sketches. I think is what I'm thinking of for these, and bring a few of along with me to Joe Fest. So I don't want that to fall. Stay there. Thank you very much. Lots to do. It's going to be a busy few months. Absolutely. Hello, Steve. Thanks for joining. Glad you're here. Thank you very much. Basically, this is the Super Bowl of the internet. So action scenes. So normally I just do individual character sketches. I've done a few vehicles. I need to do more vehicles. But for something of that scale, of that size, I think it needs to be something bigger. Hello, Coffee and Shane. How do you do? Thanks for being here. I just think it needs to be bigger. So I need to do something. I need to come up with some action scene ideas that I will put together for those pages, those larger sketch pages. So that's what's happening. That's what's happening, Action Jackson. We're cruising. We're doing pretty good. It was a little rough for a couple weeks. I was really struggling to get content out, and I'm sorry about that. Hello, Eric Gullinger. I don't think I said hello to you, but if not, then hello. How do you do? And Jumpin' General picked up the Terradrome. That's awesome. About as many nuns as one. Yeah, see, nuns are of varying weight, right? So it depends on how heavy they are as to how many you could chuck. Hello, Tommy Fletcher. How do you do? Thanks for being here. I think I said hello to James Clark, but if I didn't, hello to James Clark. Thank you for being here as well. Hey. So I think we've taken care of all the housekeeping stuff. I hope I haven't forgotten anything. I want to make sure that I want to make sure that I address everything that I should address. People have got a lot going on. There's a lot of G.I. Joe and G.I. Joe adjacent activity. Hey, there's Cujo. Hey, Cujo. Always nice to see Cujo here. Thanks for being here. There's a lot going on. So I'm just trying to keep up. It's hard for me to keep up. I'm slow and I'm old. I'm old and slow. so it's hard to keep up. But I'm trying. Could Sergeant Slaughter take on the entire Canadian Army? That's a good question. The answer is yes, obviously. I mean, Sergeant Slaughter could take on a whole army of robots, practically indestructible robots. All he needed was his fists and his swagger stick, his baton, to smash him in the head. You know, how do you stop that, huh? How do you stop that? So let's not forget. Let's not forget the fridge. Okay, let's not forget the fridge. Because I think between the fridge and Sergeant Slaughter, you basically have an invincible force. Because you've got Sergeant Slaughter on offense, who is apparently invulnerable and unstoppable. And then you have the fridge on defense. So, like, anybody, like, he's just gonna, you know, the fridge was a big guy. I guess he still is a big guy. He's still alive. Mr. Refrigerator Perry, if you see this, hello. I know you're still alive. But he was a big guy. So, you know, so you've got the fridge on defense. You've got Sergeant Slaughter on offense, you know, and essentially, it's a good thing they're on the good guys' side, because, you know, if they were on Cobra's side, then we would all be living under the boot of Cobra, because they would just be unstoppable. Slaughter versus Chuck Norris. That's a contest. That I would like to see. Let's see. Made a non-ninja version of Nunchuk out of the Marauders Gunrunners. Made him into a jungle soldier. So that would make sense. That would look good. Hey, it's WWJD85. Hello, how do you do? Thank you for being here. The Super Bowl Shuffle, exactly. Yeah. So Sergeant Slaughter gets essentially the entire army in the Cobra clutch, and then the fridge does the Super Bowl Shuffle, and it's all over. Hey, Gray Fox, how do you do? Hello, The Pit from the United States. Nice to see you there. These glasses get a little smudgy, but it's really hard to read without them. It's like really hard to read. Hello, Stonegate Creations. Stonegate Creations says hello, and I say hello back. So, I mean, we've got news. What was it? A couple weeks ago, I covered the new G.I. Joe Classified Series announcements from Hasbro. I didn't even get through all of them. I got through, like, the highlights, but they announced a whole bunch of things, a whole bunch of new items. They previewed some new characters. I didn't even get to the Storm Shadow. They have a version 1 inspired 6-inch classified series Storm Shadow. I didn't even get to it in that episode. You know, that's what I get for flying by the seat of my pants and not having notes. Hello, Lone Star Viper. Nice to see you there. Lone Star. He is the only man who would dare give me the raspberry. So we got. This was the most recent review, and this is Ralph. Say hello, Ralph. Hello, Ralph says hello. So yeah, this is your secret mysterious ninja Ralph Baducci from Brooklyn, and you know there's probably some dude out there whose name is Ralph Baducci, and he's like, hey, why are you making fun of my name? I'm not making fun of your name. There's nothing wrong with the name Ralph Baducci. It's just not the name you expect from a ninja. You know, a ninja from Brooklyn who made a stop in Denver, Colorado, because that's where you go. Lots of ninjas out of Denver, definitely. It's the altitude. You train in that altitude, and you know you build up your lungs because the air is thinner. Last time, coincidentally, apropos of nothing, last time I was in Denver, you know, I wasn't really thinking about it. I was in a hotel, And I just hopped up the steps to my floor, as you do. Wasn't really thinking about it, and I nearly died. I like to died just hopping up a couple flights of stairs to my room. I didn't even think about the air being thinner, but I got to the top of the stairs and like, oh my god, I'm more out of shape than I thought. Then I realized that I couldn't breathe. So thanks, Denver. I did get used to it, though. I got used to it. It took a little bit to get used to it. Ninjas out of Denver. That's exactly... See? You got it. You got it. Hey, did somebody come in? Hello, Joshua. How do you do? I don't think I saw you come in, but hello, how do you do? Hello, Yo Joe. Can these be taken apart? Not easily. I mean, you could... if you pull... There is an O-ring in there, but like as you can see, like it's got these little stoppers here which sit right in the waist piece, so it doesn't move. But it doesn't have. It does have the screws in the legs, so you could remove those. I'm not sure what good that does you, but you could remove those. And honestly, I have no idea how you replace an O-ring in these guys. I don't know. I actually have two nunchucks, and I see. Hello, Joshua. How do you do? Welcome. This is the problem with not being able to replace O-rings, is that like they're floppy. They're floppy. So this is not the one I used for the video review because he can't stand. He cannot stand up. This is what you get. This is why it's important to be able to replace O-rings. I know they didn't think about that back in 1992, but they shoulda. They should have thought of it. Even back in the 80s. Well before this figure was manufactured, us kids were replacing O-rings. We were usually doing it with rubber bands, but we had to replace these even back then. It's even more important now. So my thinking is, if you're going to do a figure like this that you can't open up, it can't be an O-ring figure. You got to have it held together some other way. So that's my rant. That's my rant. Comic Trope says that I get any classified figures lately. Not lately. I have been looking. I've had my eye out, but I've not been successful at finding anything that I don't already have. I mean, I've got these behind me, but I got those kind of a while ago. Not recently. But I got my eye out. Yeah. Floppy Ninja. It's a little Ralph the Floppy Ninja. Was the prototype name for this guy. You know, that they floated around. It's like there's a guy at Hasbro. He's like, why don't we call him Ralph the Floppy Ninja? And somebody's like, nah, let's name him something else. He can be Ralph. He can still be Ralph. But the Floppy Ninja, you know, I don't think that's gonna sell too well. You know, it's one of those names like Ice Cream Soldier. Why would you ever name a figure that? Hello, JB and lots of numbers. How do you do? Thanks for being here. Hey, it's Hans Chow. Evening, sir. Evening to you. How do you do? I hope I didn't miss anybody coming in, but hello all. So they went with Nunchuk, even though his name is not Charles. His name should have been Charles. Why not? Because then he would be Chuck. He would be Chuck. So I've got an idea. I've got a brilliant idea. This is the best idea ever. I'm going to start a campaign, right? I'm going to start a lobbying effort. And it's going to be to have Nunchuk's name changed to Charles. We're going to change in canon. We're going to change his name from Ralph to Charles, and this campaign that I'm starting, we will call it Up Chuck. So please join Up Chuck. We're all up chucking for Chuck. But glad to have you here, Hans Chow. We're just doing ridiculous nonsense as usual. Hello, Fishgeist. Nice to see you. Yes, the hard master, soft master, and the floppy master. The only virtue is that, like, since his waist piece doesn't move, at least he doesn't, like, get all floppy at that point. But his legs. I have a Ninja Force slice that is exactly like this. Has the same problem, and I can't fix it. Or at least there may be a way to fix it, but I have no idea. I have no idea what that would be. So sadly, my Ninja is limp. I have a limp Ninja. How about that? Fun times. Hello, Tony Jackson. Thanks for being here. Charles in charge. That's the spirit. That's the spirit. Hello, Chad. How do you do? Thanks for being here. So yeah, see, Tony's got the idea. We need Charles in charge. So yeah, join up, Chuck, and let's put Charles in charge. Hello, J.R. Howard. How do you do? Nice to see you. Thanks for being here. So yeah, we're cruising along. In about maybe 10 minutes, we will do. Operation Dragonfire. I know we've done this before. I know we have. But hey, maybe we'll have a different outcome. That's the cool thing about these Find Your Fate books. You can do them more than once and have a different outcome. So yeah, thank you, Sparkster. Yellow or blue pills. That's much appreciated. See, that's the kind of help that I hope to get and expect from the live chat. Hey, it's Peg Warmers. Hello, Peg Warmers. Nice to see you there. Always nice to see you. Make sure you check out Peg Warmers. Peg Warmers has a show. It's a very good show. Make sure you don't miss that. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed the review. That's awesome. Big Gay Dave wants page 34. And just by coincidence, I opened it to page 34. So if you can speed read... If you can read really fast, here's a preview. That's what's on page 34. Did you get that? Hello, Exploriso. Yay, story time coming up here in a few minutes. And then after story time, for those who want to stick around, and I know that won't be everybody. Hello, Kanessa. How do you do? Thank you for joining. Nice to see you. For those who want to stick around, kind of after hours, hoodie late night, if you will, then we'll do some art, because I've just got to do art. I've got to get lots of sketches done for Joe Fest. I want to have plenty at my table for people to browse. And I think I'm going to pick the subject this time. We have been having the live chat pick, but... there's one that I have in mind that I really want to make sure that I get done. So I'm going to pick the drawing this time. Hello, Mitchell Bell. Nice to see you. Good evening. Hoodie After Dark. Yeah, see? That's the new show. It's Hoodie After Dark, hosted by Venus Flytrap. So we'll just... For those who are old enough, if it's not past your bedtime, we'll hang out after the kids have gone to bed, and we'll do some artwork. We'll art something. So that's the idea. I do have my other camera here. As we have learned from experience, it'll be a pain in the butt for me to get the other camera, the 2-camera arrangement set up, but we'll figure it out. We'll do it. We'll make it work. We'll make it happen. On the one hand, hello, Dirk. How do you do? On the one hand, my eyes get kind of tired wearing these all the time, but on the other hand, I can't see without them. So, yay. Joshua says, do I remember playing G.I. Joe's after school? Absolutely. I've I did that a lot. So yes, I definitely remember that. And all through the summer, in the warm weather, get out in the backyard, build some bases, and just have everybody attack everybody. Good times, good times. Yeah, absolutely. Gray Fox says, when will I visit the set of Peg Warmers? That's a fair question. When I'm invited. That's when I will visit. When I'm invited. But do check out the Peg Warmers. And, by the way, check out Comic Tropes. Comic Tropes, a big channel, covers comic book material, topics. Chances are you probably already check out Comic Tropes, because a whole lot more people watch that channel than this one. But, on the off chance that you haven't checked out Comic Tropes, do check out Comic Tropes as well. Hello, Thane Woods. How do you do? You're late. You are late, and unfortunately, there are late charges, late fees. That. Don't worry, we'll bill you. But glad you're here anyway. Thanks for joining. Glad you're here. For those who... what happened to Sam's G.I. Joes? That's a good question. Comic Tropes brings up one of my childhood friends named Sam from the old neighborhood. I have not been able to reach Sam. I know Sam's full name, but I haven't been able to find him. If he's on any of the social medias, I can't find him. I don't believe he still lives at the same house. That was his grandparents' house, and I think it would be exceptional if his grandparents were still alive. They'd be like 100, but I mean, they may be, but I don't think they are. So I don't know how to reach him. That's a good question. He had tons of them. So my brother and I would go to Sam's house. He lived just less than a block away from us. And, he had a lot of stuff. We had a lot of stuff. We would put our stuff together, and among the three of us, we had almost everything related to G.I. Joe, from 1982 to up to about 1986-ish, including the USS Flag. What we did not have was the mail-away stuff. None of us sent away for any mail-away stuff, which is a little bit odd. Matt Rubin, thankfully, points out, absolutely true, great content creators. You got your Comic Tropes, Sparkster, Cobra Island, Sergeant Slaughter's Slaughterhouse, Codename Cujo, Peg Warmers, and I'm sure there are more in here. There are... Oh, I missed Delmas. Hello, Delmas. I don't think I saw you come in, but hello, how do you do? Chad. Thank you for the late fee, payment for the late fee. One thing, all super chats get a nunchuck to the face. Nunchuck to the face. Whack. There you go. There's your nunchuck to the face. As a minor thank you for your super chat. Have a concussion. Whack. There you go. So yes, that is absolutely true. There are a lot of great content creators doing G.I. Joe stuff, and not always specifically G.I. Joe stuff, but G.I. Joe adjacent stuff. There's so much great stuff out there now. I don't know if you can keep up with it all. I have a hard time keeping up with it all because there's just so much really good stuff. Because there's so much really good stuff, there will be a lot for Cobra Convergence this year in July. So stick it out for Cobra Convergence in July. It's almost time to do story time. But before we do story time, let me recap the stuff that we talked about, just so I make sure everyone who wasn't here can get caught up. Hello, Ivan. I saw Ivan, right? There's Ivan. Hello, Ivan. Hello, Samuel. How do you do? Review the Hammerhead next. Samuel thinks I'm going to review the Hammerhead. I would love to review the Hammerhead. I cannot review the Hammerhead because I do not have the Hammerhead complete. I wish I did. That's one of the items that I do not have ready to review. I wish I did. Wish I did. Don't have it, but hopefully sometime in the future I can get to that, because the Hammerhead, very, very interesting vehicle, very unique vehicle, very intriguing. Very intriguing. Would like to take a closer look at it, but not ready. Not ready yet. Not ready yet. So to recap, before we start story time, because we're gonna do story time. We're gonna do story time here in just a minute. Stonegate says. Who was your favorite female G.I. Joe or female Joe figure? I think I have to go back to the original, to the first. Well, the question is favorite G.I. Joe figure. If it were character, my favorite female G.I. Joe character would definitely be Scarlet. Absolutely. But favorite figure, that's a different story, because that first Scarlet figure left a bit to be desired. The second Scarlet figure was the Ninja Force figure. So my favorite figure was, I guess, the Baroness. The Baroness was a really good figure. Even though it was 84, it had the swivel neck, it didn't have the ball jointed neck, so it didn't have the updated articulation. It's just a really good looking figure. And I do like the Baroness character. Baroness is probably not my favorite character. I like Scarlet more, just because Scarlet had a lot to do with the Baroness did too. The Baroness had a lot to do with G.I. Joe lore as well, but Scarlet was, I think, more integrated into the story of Snake Eyes and, everything that surrounded that. So, good question. Good question. Hans Chow says, fun fact, the original Hammerhead design didn't have wheels. It was supposed to be a submarine. Management made the designers attach wheels due to water-based mold worries. Well, you don't want water-based mold, so I can, that may have been a good choice. Anyway, so we're going to do... We're going to do story time. But I haven't finished recapping. Hello, Jose. Thank you for joining. Does anyone still have the G.I. Joe membership card? I do not have the G.I. Joe membership card, but there is a new G.I. Joe fan page, fan group. So that is a thing. Also, what is a thing is... the Kickstarter for Call Sign Longbow has launched and has already funded, but you can still get in on it. I will get in on it. I just haven't yet. It is Tuesday, which means there is a new episode of Half the Battle from Timmer, so make sure you check that out. And the other announcement was the pencil drawing from the Nunchuk video review thumbnail. Is on eBay, and the link is in the description of this very live stream video. So if you have any interest in that, you can pick up this this original artwork that is Nunchuk. Right, Nunchuk? What's that? Nunchuk says right. Anyway, so I guess it's about story time. Are we ready for story time? It's been a little while since we've done this. And we're going with Operation Dragonfire. This is number 2 in the Find Your Fate series. This is written by William Snow. And the way this works is when you reach certain pages, you get choices. You get to make choices. You have options. And the way we do this is when we reach one of those pages, the live chat gets to decide what choice we will make. So essentially, I will read to you the pages that are the options, and you'll type that page number in the live chat. And I will very unscientifically guesstimate the number, which has the most votes in the live chat, and we will decide that way. I would recommend not flooding the live chat. Just vote once, because if YouTube thinks you are spamming the live chat, YouTube could take action and kick you out, and I don't want that to happen. So just vote once. Vote once for your own self-interest. Just vote once, and then we'll see. We will see. Sometimes we win and we complete the mission, and sometimes we die. Sometimes we die. We have died in these stories numerous times. It is surprising how violent these stories are. There's gore. There is gore sometimes. Death and violence in these books. For kids. So let's get this started. I'm gonna read this now. In the past, I have wanted to do the voices for the characters, because it's got the characters in here, and they say things. I would like to do the voices for the characters, but I've given up on that, because I get going and I forget which voice I've given to which character, and then it gets all inconsistent. So anyway, so we'll see how it goes. So let's do story time, and then after story time, we'll do a sketch. We'll do a drawing. Yeah, Comic Tropes refers to one of these stories where Duke throws a grenade at our character, and we have to disarm the grenade before it goes off, which is impossible, by the way. But it's in the book. It's in the book. So, all right, everybody ready? All right, let's get started. Let's start with page 1. I do have some water to sip. I don't drink alcohol anymore. I haven't drank alcohol in like a year and a half. So we're just doing water. Just doing water now. Now that doesn't necessarily. Sorry. Small tangent. So I am going to Joe Fest. At Joe Fest, usually there is a gathering in the hotel bar. I will be there. And even though I don't really drink anymore, I have been thinking of like having a beer. Haven't done that for quite some time, so I could have a beer. I'm not going to go overboard, but I will not be drinking to excess. I might have a beer with you guys. My main purpose for being there is to hang out with you guys. I want to hang out with you guys. Yes, pinky out, exactly. So I mainly just want to hang out with my friends, with people that I care about. So that's what I'm really there for. I will be there. Even though that, drinking is not my regular thing. So, all right, anyway. Okay, ready. Sorry. Enough stalling. Page 1. All right, ready? It says, you are in the monitoring room of the pit, the underground command center of the G.I. Joe team. On the computer screen in front of you is a satellite display of the United States. Suddenly, the warning panel lights up. The geokinetic sensor is flashing red alert. Quickly, you hit a few keys and zero in on the hot spot. According to the central computer, a large part of South Dakota has just been blown up. I remember this one now. South Dakota gets blown up. We have an illustration. There's the illustration. That's great artwork. I could not compete with that. No siree. Apologies. Apologies to South Dakota. Someone apparently thought that we don't really need 2 Dakotas. 1 is just enough, so South Dakota has to go. So we're starting the story with the death of millions of people in South Dakota who just got blown up. Immediately, you alert Hawk, your commanding officer and leader of the team. You give him a quick rundown of the situation. I'll try to do the Hawk voice. I'll try to do a voice for Hawk. Collect all the available data, he orders, and meet me in the briefing room in 5 minutes. That's Hawk, right? Yeah. Back at your station, you start punching away at the computer keyboard. It's plain to everyone in the monitoring room that this is not a simulation. It's not a simulation or a test. It's the real thing. Sorry, I got flustered there for a second. Behind you, the high-speed printer spits out readings from the blast site. It's probably a dot matrix printer, just doing it as fast as it'll go. High speed. Those little tracks, the holes on the sides to feed the paper through. High-speed printer at the machine as the machine clatters away. I can do sound effects too. You prepare yourself for action. The training for the Joe team was intense. So even though somebody has just turned up the flame in the Dakotas, you know that you can stand the heat. You're ready for anything. When the printout is finished, you fold it under your arm and hop the elevator down to level 4. Yeah, we're dealing with 80s technology here, so South Dakota has blown up, and we need an immediate briefing, but we'll have to wait a minute while the printer goes. Page 2. When you reach the briefing room, you find a G.I. Joe team already assembled. They're waiting on you with the printout. Hawk introduces each member and details his or her military specialty. To his right is Duke, an airborne infantryman and acting first sergeant. Next is Lady J, covert operations expert with a specialty in intelligence. Rock and Roll is a rock-steady infantryman. Bazooka is a missile specialist, and Barbecue is a firefighter. Leaning against the back wall are Thunder, an artillery specialist, and Roadblock, a heavy machine gunner. Everybody got that? You are introduced as Spider, an electronics expert and a skilled martial artist. File name Ralph, who has trained with Snake Eyes, the hand-to-hand combat instructor of the Joe team. Okay. And Spider's... so our name is Spider. It's not a bad name. There are worse code names. I can live with Spider. This, says Hawk abruptly, is the situation. He activates a satellite film on a wall-sized monitor. The Black Hills of South Dakota come into view. You all watch as the hills are ripped apart and a deep gash is opened in the earth. If you could look at that on the monitor, then why did you need the printout? It doesn't matter. Let's see. As you can see, Hawk continues, our country has absorbed an attack by some explosive power. The source is unknown. We already have advanced intelligence reports, but they offer no explanation for the maximum duty access surface at the center of the blast site. Okay. You turn to the guy next to you and ask, what is he talking about? What's he... Okay, we're a little slow on the uptake. Page 3. That means there's a road leading into the blast site. Rock and Roll... Oh, I'm sorry, I should do Rock and Roll voice. That means there's a road leading into the blast site, Rock and Roll whispers, and no one knows how it got there. Let's see. This is the work of the international terrorist group Cobra, Hawk continues. Our mission is simple. We investigate the area around the blast site. We uncover the Cobra plot. Then we take the necessary steps to foil the plot. Are there any questions? How does he know it's Cobra? He never explains how he knows it's Cobra. And what the heck kind of plan is that? So, our plan is to investigate, uncover the Cobra plot, and foil the plot. It's a great plan. Plus, I have no idea how we're gonna do it. The room is silent. No kidding. All right, we check. All right, check over your gear. We lift off at 0600 hours. I think that was Hawk that said that. It doesn't say. As the team members start to file out of the room, Hawk calls out, "Spider has the latest technical printouts. I want everyone to pick up a copy and study the data." We didn't say to make copies. We only have one copy. It's going to take like 45 minutes for that printer to kick out more copies. Roadblock groans, "Hey, Thunder, pick up a copy for me, all right?" How do we do Roadblock's voice? Let's see, Rock and Roll is like this, so Roadblock will be like this. "Hey, Thunder, pick up a copy for me, all right? I've got to go clean my weapon, if you know what I mean." Reading technical reports is not very popular with some of the team. Page 10. We don't have any options yet. We'll get some options. We'll get some choices. Oh, we've got some choices at the bottom of page 10. Plus we have an illustration. We have some artwork. Now this artwork, my stupid drawings is nothing. In fact, maybe what I should do with these giant pages is to illustrate some of the intense action scenes from the Find Your Fate book. That's what we should do. All right, page 10. At 0600 sharp, the G.I. Joe team lifts off. A few hours later, the C-130 transport plane touches down at an abandoned airstrip in the hills of South Dakota. You climb into the lead Jeep with Hawk, Barbecue, and Lady J and rumble down a barren dirt road to the edge of the blast site. The other Jeeps follow. "You are not going to sell a lot of postcards of this place," says Hawk. Why are they making fun of South Dakota? That's rude. And I'm sorry, I haven't been able to keep up with the live chat because I've got my eyes on this. Hopefully everybody's doing well. All right. Roadblock. Ironically, Roadblock is Canadian. I cannot remember what voice I used for Roadblock, so I'll have to make. This is the problem. I just did the voice for Roadblock. I don't remember what it was, and so next time I read Roadblock, I'll have to make up a new voice. You look out over 4 square miles of jagged rock. In the center, a deep split is slashed through the Earth's crust. Just visible is a smooth gravel road. "It looks like an earthquake," says Lady J, "but the rock structure is all wrong. It couldn't have happened naturally." "Cobra isn't natural," says Hawk. And Lord knows, cobras are not natural. He scans the terrain with his binoculars. "I see a route down the western edge where we can gain access to that road, but I want a lead patrol to check things out for the main column. Any volunteers?" Roadblock, Barbecue, and Lady J step forward. I do remember this. I remember this from last time we did it. We've done this story a couple times. I do need to point something out. So this is the giant gash in the ground that has been described in this story. And yeah, that's a big gash in the ground, but South Dakota is bigger than that. This is not cutting a giant slash through South Dakota. It is larger than that. Anyway, here are our options. Okay, get ready, okay? Get ready to type your choice in the live chat, and we will very unscientifically decide which one wins. If you want to volunteer to join the lead patrol, turn to page 5. If you decide to stay with the main column, turn to page 6. So, in the live chat, type 5 if you want to volunteer for the lead patrol. Type 6 if you want to stay with the main column. 5 or 6? 5 or 6? 5 or 6. So go ahead and start typing. Here we go. We don't know if a bomb went off. Yeah, it's West Dakota. So we have a 6. We have a couple of 5s. 5 is taken off. 5 is taking off. 5 is way ahead. 5 is way, way ahead. It looks like 5 may win it. Looks like 5 may win it. I'll give it a few more seconds. Give it a few more seconds. Couple 6s in there, but lots of 5s. I'm very unscientifically counting the 5s versus the 6s. Matt says, which did we... I don't remember which... I think we joined the lead patrol last time. I think. And it looks like we're going to join the lead patrol this time because 5 is way out ahead. A few more seconds. A few more seconds. I'll give it a few more seconds to see if 6 catches up, but I don't think 6 is going to catch up. I will remind everybody, do vote just once. I'm not going to judge you, but if YouTube thinks that you're spamming, YouTube may ban you. So, don't spam for your own self-interest. But it looks like 5 is 1. Okay, I'm calling it. 5 is 1. We're gonna turn to page 5. Harold says going to Joe Fest. Yes, I am going to Joe Fest. But first, I'm going to page 5 in Operation Dragonfire. Here we go. We gotta stretch. We gotta flex. We don't want to dislocate a shoulder. Turning the pages here. Page 5. You decide to join the lead patrol. You jump out of the Jeep after Lady J and convert the covert operation expert, Roadblock, the machine gunner, and Barbecue, the firefighter. At least that means I won't have to do Roadblock's voice again. At least not right now, because I can't remember what voice I gave him. Crouching at the entrance, Lady J looks around. I don't get it, she says. This area was blasted sky high, but the road is still in good shape. Who we got? Oh, no, it is Roadblock. Okay, so no, I said I don't have to do Roadblock. Roadblock is right there. Let's do Roadblock. Roadblock says, well, I don't care about its condition, says Roadblock. Why is it here in the first place? I tell you, it looks like a setup and smells like a trap. That's why Hawk sent us ahead, you say. But we're not going to learn anything out here. Right, Roadblock says. You take the lead. You're the best one here with the ground scope. Lady J and Barbecue will back you up, and I'll be watching your tails. So Roadblock is going to be checking out our bums. All right, let's go. You creep down the rock ledge. If I see anything hairy, you tell the others, I'm going to radio you on the comm channel 47K. Then you head for the dark cavern. So while we're checking out everybody's bums, if we see a hairy one, 47K, page 20. Page 20. This is exciting. So Roadblock is Woody Allen now. Who knows what he's going to sound like next time I read Roadblock. This is why I don't normally do the voices. It's terrible. Oh, we have some artwork. We have an illustration. This is a good path to go on because we get lots of illustrations. We've got generic guy. I guess this is supposed to be our character, Spider. And that's some very exciting artwork there. There are some small pebbles raining down on him. That's very dangerous. He could catch one in the eye or inhale one. And by the way, so we're supposed to be kind of a generic character. But why does the generic character have to be a white dude? Not everybody reading this book is going to be Caucasian, but the default is always a Caucasian dude. That's a little odd. But anyway, so let's read page 20. You crawl 40 feet down the cavern and lower yourself off the rock ledge and onto the road. That's what's happening here. We have 3 choices at the bottom of this page. You switch on your infrared goggles for a better view. With them, you can see that this cavern opens up into a huge underground world. To the right, the terrain rises in a series of cliffs. To the left, it falls away from the road. You unstrap the ground scope from your battle pack. When properly used, its reading will help you to detect troop movements and mechanized activity, really. What device does that? Just as you switch it on, the ground begins to shake. A terrifying roar fills the cavern. Rocks and debris fly through the air. The dust is so thick that your infrared goggles are useless, but the ground scope picks up no sign of life. You switch your radar to COM channel 47K and try to raise Roadblock or Barbecue or Lady J. Nothing but static. Next, you try Hawk and the main column. Silence. Should you search for the rest of the lead patrol or or try to rejoin the main column or continue deeper into Cobra territory? So we have three options. You ready? The first option. If you decide to search for Roadblock, Lady J, and Barbecue, turn to page 36. If you decide to rejoin the main column, turn to page 86. If you choose to go into Cobra territory alone, turn to page 13. So, in your live chat, type 3636 if you'd like to search for Roadblock, Lady J, and Barbecue. Type 8686 if you'd like to rejoin the main column, or type 1313 if you'd like to go into Cobra territory alone. So 36, 86, or 13. So start typing. Let's see what we got. Let's see. We've got lots of 36s. We have an 86, but lots of 36s. 36 does seem like the prudent move. We got a 13. We got a couple 13s. Now, sometimes in the past, the move that seemed prudent turned out to be the wrong one. But we'll see. It looks like 36 is still winning by a long shot. Let's give it another minute or so to see if anybody has some other choices. Hopefully choices that don't require me to do too many voices. Let's see, but 36 is looks like 36 has won. Let's give it a few more seconds just to see if 86 or 13 manage to catch up. That, by the way, that was the punchline. If anybody remembers, that was the punchline to Mia Wallace's Fox Force 5 joke. Catch up. So let's see if 86 or 13. So it doesn't look like 86 or 13 is going to catch up. So let's roll with 36. 36. Okay. 36. Turning. 36. No one left behind. Yeah, thank you, Joshua. Yes. Let's turn to 36. All right. No options at the bottom of page 36, so no new options for a minute. Also, no illustrations either. Here we go. You begin to search for Roadblock, Barbecue, and Lady J. The readings from the ground scope are being fouled up by all the dust that's hanging in the air, so you can't use it to help locate the lead patrol. Is this ground scope just dowsing rods? Is that what we're using? Luckily, the scope does show the direction you are walking before the blast. If you retrace your steps, maybe you'll find the lead patrol. You give it a try. Suddenly, you hear something in front of you. Was it a rock falling off the cliff? Could it be the rubble shifting and settling? 10 feet away, two large forms appear out of the dust. It's Roadblock and Barbecue. If you were Cobra, you'd be dead meat, Barbecue says. If you were Cobra, you'd be in more pieces than a jigsaw puzzle, you reply with a grin. Where's Lady J? Back here, her voice comes through the dust. I was following Roadblock and Barbecue to make sure they didn't get lost. I never get lost, Roadblock says. But I wish I knew where the enemy was. Come on, says Lady J. A little thing like that never stopped us. She strides ahead into the gloom, page 29. Page 29. It could be Satan. We are getting closer to hell the farther we go down. Let's see. What did I say? Page 29. That's now I lost track. Yes, page 29. 29. Okay, we do have options at the bottom of page 29. So get limber up your fingers. Limber up your fingers and get ready. Get ready to type into the live chat. The thing. Here we go. 29. Without any real idea of where you're going, the four of you feel your way deeper into the cavern. That's always a good decision, right? That's what you want to do when you're in hostile territory, is to keep pushing on with no idea where you're going. Every few minutes you check the scanning equipment, but it doesn't see any better than you can. It's dowsing rods. Isn't it? Hey, Spider, Roadblock whispers. When was the last time you ate? Why is Roadblock concerned with our food intake? Why do you want to know, you ask? Are you planning to cook a gourmet meal for us? I just wondered if what I heard was your stomach rumbling. He turns to the others. What about your stomachs? Rock and Roll is very concerned with our well-being. Thank you. They're quiet, Roadblock. They reply. Our stomachs are quiet, so why don't you be quiet? We're kind of in enemy territory here. Well then, that rumbling can only be one thing. There's an armored column closing in, and I guarantee that it's Cobra. Now that he mentioned it, you can just barely hear the distant sounds of half-tracked troop carriers. They are still a few minutes away, calculates Lady J. Just enough time to get ready. If we climb a little way up those cliffs, we'll have a direct shot at them when they come into view. Roadblock considers the plan and then says, or we could wait for them in the ravine, and then, and when they pass by, jump them. What do you think, Spider? Okay, so here are our options. Here are our ridiculous options. If you want to take them from the cliffs, turn to page 55. If you want to jump them from the ravine, turn to page 22. So in your live chat, type 55 or 55 if you would like to attack them from the cliffs. Type 22 if you would like to attack them from the ravine. So those are your options. And go. Let's see what you choose. Let's see. 22. Lots of 22. 22 was the ravine. 22 was the ravine. Now the cliffs would be the high ground. And that is how Anakin was defeated. But 22 is still edging ahead. Now it's getting closer. It's very close now. It's very close. Well, I think 55 may be catching up. I think 55 is catching up. Oh, 55 is ahead by this point. We've had a whole bunch of 55s there without very many 22s. So I think 55 is ahead. Essentially, when you have the high ground, it's over, Anakin. But we've had a few more 22s. It's pretty even. It's pretty close. It's very close. Yeah, we've got another 22 there. I'll give it a few more seconds. It's really close. I think 55 is ahead by like this much. But I'll see. I'll give it a few more seconds just to see if there are any more votes. Going once. Going twice. We got another 55. And I think 55 won, but that was really close. That was our closest one yet. Fishgeist correctly points out that Darth Maul also had the high ground. That is true. That is true. So this could be a mistake. I'm going with 55. That was a very close one. This could be a mistake, though. So are we going to be Obi-Wan Kenobi? Or are we going to be Darth Maul in this situation? Page 55. 55. You lead Lady J, Roadblock, and Barbecue to a position about 20 feet above the road. You drop down into a deep crevasse. The others follow you. Safely protected, the four of you wait. The rumble of the Cobra column is getting closer. A few seconds later, the first tank comes into view. It passes right below your position. The second one appears. Barbecue. Get ready, whispers Barbecue. The third tank passes by. Get ready for what? Says Roadblock. Those tanks have us outnumbered, outgunned, and outclassed. The fourth tank passes by. You turn to Roadblock and ask, what are we going to do? The fifth tank passes by. It stops. The main gun turret rotates slowly. The tank fires, and the cliff explodes around you. Roadblock yells, right now we're not going to do a whole lot. Lady J and Roadblock dive behind an outcropping of rock. You and Barbecue follow. You open fire on the Cobra tanks, but it's no good. You're not only outnumbered, outgunned, and outclassed, you're out of time. A Cobra missile screams through the air, aimed directly at your location. G.I. Joe, mission over, but not accomplished. The end. We are Darth Maul. We have failed. We have failed. 22, I should have gone with 22. That's it. I think we have died in this. We have died in this book more than once. But I think this is the first time we've died in that way. This is a tough one. This one's hard. Have we ever succeeded in this book? I don't remember. How did they know we were there? We have a snitch. I think we have a snitch. It was an inside job. It was an inside job. Was it you, Ralph? Did you do it? Was it the floppy master? Yeah, it's probably his fault. Look at him. Can't even stand up for himself. I'm blaming this guy. The books never, they don't reward you necessarily for making smart choices. That is true. But you know what? War can be that way. Sometimes in war, it's not. I mean, you can make all the right choices, but the bullet goes here instead of here, and you're dead. So essentially, this is hyper realistic. You know, this could be nonfiction. Yeah. Thanks again, William Snow, for killing us. You know, William Snow has killed more Joes than the Saw Viper. In fact, you know, let's see if we can get the Saw Viper's personnel file. Is the Saw Viper's file name William Snow? Could be. Because William Snow here, he's killed a lot of Joes. So anyway, there's that. Codename New 2 Ralph Baducci, the ninja from Brooklyn by way of Denver, Colorado. We think he gave away our position to Cobra in this book because It doesn't say how Cobra knew where we were. Okay, but hold on a second. We can probably figure it out, though. Okay, so let's think about this. It's Barbecue's fault. I'm just laying this out there. It's Barbecue's fault. Why? A spider, our character, it doesn't show the color of what we're wearing, but we're obviously wearing like some BDUs. We're wearing some army fatigues, probably in green. What's Roadblock wearing? Camouflage. What's Lady J wearing? Green. All good army colors. What's Barbecue wearing? Orange. How did Cobra know where we were? They just looked for the orange. Look, there's an orange guy up there. Blow them away. That's how we lost. It's Barbecue's fault. Barbecue's fault. All right, so that was story time. Now, I know that a lot of you folks will call it a night. Super happy you were here. Thank you to all who were here. Very much appreciated. So Harold says, I have some special figures for Hoodie. Do you want them mailed or given to you at Joe Fest? Good question. I will leave that up to you. Your choice. That's awesome. Thank you. Now let's try. Let's draw a picture. Sorry, I'm leaning into the microphone. Whenever, I don't project like this necessarily when I'm talking in a conversation, but when I'm on the internet and I'm talking into a microphone, I feel like I've got to project to the back row. So I'm sorry if I'm yelling into the microphone. That's not my intention. Your volume may have to go down a bit on your end. I'm sorry. I think my reasoning is that this is the internet and people are watching this from all over the world, different countries and everything, very far away. So if I don't speak loudly enough, you may not be able to hear me. All that distance away. So, sorry about that. So, what I'm going to do, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move this microphone over here. Still picking up audio. We're good. I've got my second camera plugged in. I am going to grab my sketch pad. And I'm going to put it here. I'm going to go ahead and peel a page off. And you know what? I'm going to use this. I'm going to use this to do a couple thumbnails on, and I'm going to switch over to the 2-camera format. Now, as we have discovered previously, this always causes my camera to lock up. So it'll freeze for a second, but I'll fix it. So be patient with me for a couple minutes while I do something technical here. Hang on one second. So I gotta select that. There's that. And then there's this. And there. Okay, so there's that. Here, there's my arm. There's my cup of water. Let's see. We need to angle that better. Need to angle this better. All right, so there's the page. So we can see the page. Such as it is. Man, this is so difficult. Okay. The page will be sideways. Fine, whatever. There. Okay, now this other camera is screwed up, so there we go. That should fix that. There we go. Now we need to put the chat on screen like so. There we go. All right. That was only moderately painful. Okay, so now what I'm going to draw this evening is I'm going to draw a Cobra BAT. And I do want to get the vintage bat figure for reference, so if you'll pardon me just for a minute, I'm going to run over to my my single figures, grab the Cobra BAT, bring him back here, and we are going to draw a Cobra BAT. So right back with you, talk amongst yourselves. I shall return in just a moment. Okay. See, I said it'd be back. That didn't take long. Okay. Yes, Hoodie After Dark. We're now in the late night portion of the show. Late night meaning after 8 o'clock Central Time Zone. Okay, so here is. This camera sucks, by the way. This is an old webcam. I do need to upgrade it. I know that. But it'll serve for now. So here's the Cobra BAT. This is what we will be drawing, and I just wanted this for reference. So I'm going to put this here, and I think I want the. I think I do like. I am going to have the bat holding his flamethrower here, with his flamethrower arm on. And I think I want, let's see, we're gonna do like, flamethrower arm, and then I'm gonna have him kind of in a running forward pose kind of thing, something like that, so just really basic. But I mean, the cool thing about the Cobra BAT is all of the wicked details that we get to put on it. So the head is going to be really tricky. That is an odd shaped head. Yeah, that's an odd shaped head. It's got like a subtle little fin there that's tapered. Drawing that at anything but a straight-on angle is going to be a challenge, but we're going to figure it out. Okay, so I will have to tilt this up for a second so I can kind of get the proportions done. Let me move this out of the way. So here we go. This is another drawing for Joe Fest, and I immediately screwed up. So let's try to fix that. So it's going to be in like a running forward kind of. I don't want to do too much of a top-down angle. Let's see. Let's kind of dummy it out here. See, if I'm going to draw it that big, it's got to be up higher on the page, or I'm going to run out of room. Something like that. So the bat is going to have more or less human proportions, but like maybe not exactly, because it's not flesh and blood under that uniform. It's like gears and motors and stuff. So let's see. But I do think it makes sense if you're going to do a robot army of robot soldiers. I do think it kind of makes sense to make one that is more or less human shaped, because I mean, think about the practicality of that. So your robot army would be able to drive all of the vehicles that your regular troops drive. It would be able to wear a regular human uniform. So if you wanted to change the colors or add some camouflage, you could just put a new uniform on them. He could carry all of the small arms that a regular troop could carry. Okay, so let's see. I'm sorry. I know this is out of frame, but I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna fix it. I just want to get the proportions right. And by right, I just mean close enough. Let's getting the proportions right. That may be a little bit optimistic, but let's just try to get it close enough. Okay. There we go. So he's gonna have his backpack, and that's gonna have like his claw in it. Okay, and then I'm gonna give him a submachine gun. I'm gonna give him like something similar to Dial Tone's submachine gun. The reason is that I think I mentioned this in my review of the Cobra BAT, is that I have a false memory. I have a false memory of the Cobra BAT because in my memory, I seem to remember the BAT including a submachine gun, essentially a submachine gun like Dial Tones. But I know that was a false memory because the Cobra BAT never came with any such accessory. Alright, so we've kind of dummied it out there, and I want to clean this up just a little bit. I know it's a sketch, and I don't have to clean up all the guidelines, but it just makes me feel better. Now, if you want to see some real drawing, Chris from Comic Tropes does a weekly live stream in which he does some drawing, and his are generally a lot better. So I will just dummy things out the best I can. How's everybody doing? Hey, we've still got a few people in here. Thanks for being here. How many, Comic Tropes says, how many drawings do you think you'll take? I don't know exactly, but I'd like to have like a really good stockpile of them. I'd like to have at least 50. I do have some left over from last time, so I'll bring those. I think I probably have like 20 of them. And I've done like 20 of them, so I need to do at least... I need to do at least 10 more, but if I could bring like 60 or 70, that would be a good variety. I could do like lots of the main characters, maybe in more than one pose. Okay, pencil is sharpened. And maybe I could do some second tier characters as well. Comic Trope says, my own art, but I can't sketch and talk the way you can. Well, well, thanks. I don't know that I'm necessarily the best at it, but you know, I try. Okay, so let's kind of sort this out by plotting in some of the details here. It will help figure out where everything goes. There. Belt. The details on the Cobra BAT are just really cool. They're just lots of little bobs, and just like the crisscross pattern on the straps, and just little touches that add some bulk to the figure and just make it feel more substantial. I really do like it. And I'm not a sci-fi kind of guy. I do very much prefer the more military elements of G.I. Joe, and the Cobra BAT is definitely not that. But I have to give credit where it's due, and it's a really, really nicely designed figure. Nicely designed and sculpted. So he has a grenade there. He also has this little whatever it is on the side. So let's give him that. Let's see, something like that. And then let's see. Oh, he's got a pistol there, like so. And then he's got like a band around his right leg. Okay. And he's got he's got a band around the left leg too. So yeah, okay. Like so. Okay. Let's try to tackle that head for a second. I know this is really drawn in lightly, but it will be easier to see as I go. Okay, so man, that is tricky. So he's got a face like it looks kind of like that. That is a challenge. That is not easy. It's a very contoured head. It's got like these contours on the sides. Yeah, and that's totally wrong. Hold on. It's got these contours on the sides. It goes kind of like this. And then it goes up like this, and then it's got a fin like so. That is not great, but it's a start. We can work with it. I think the jawline needs to come down a bit more, like that. And then like that, and then like that. Okay, so it's taking shape. It's not a good shape, but it's taking some kind of shape. Okay, so like so. Okay, so wow. Okay. This was clearly not the best choice, and I apologize. I'm not keeping up with the live chat at all, and I would like to, but this is a challenge. Drawing this stupid head for this stupid Cobra BAT. Okay, see, and now the head is a little too oversized. I had the head a good proportion for the head, and then I screwed it up. Alright, let's just, It's gonna be like that. I think, okay, alright, we're getting there, It's a little better, Okay. Okay, all right. That's a fine placeholder for now. So let's move on. It's like I could tell that the head wasn't going to work because the neck was just horribly out of proportion. But we'll just make it work the best we can. He's got a silver collar around the neck, like so, and then he's got. Man, those are some very fine details. Alright, so he's got a frame around his chest piece. Okay. There we go. And then he's got, I don't even know what that is. Let's see. It's like some kind of like thing that goes up here. And then this needs to be a little thicker. like so, and then let's see. Wow, this is a challenge. But I didn't know it was gonna be a challenge. I knew that, but the Cobra BAT is pretty popular, and I don't want to not have a bat drawing. I've done a few of these in the past. Some have turned out better than others. Okay, and then his belt buckle with like an old school bat logo, which is kind of funny. He's got these diddly-doos. Diddly-do is a technical term for a thingamajig. Okay. Taking shape, taking shape, taking shape. So, there we go. There we go. And the bat features rolled up sleeves. The people involved with the design of the bat, specifically Ron Rudat, at least in what I have read, does not recall the bat being like a cyborg, but some of the early sketches kind of looks cyborg-like. So maybe that was an idea that was scrapped early on. But maybe the Cobra BAT, before he was an android trooper, was going to be a cyborg trooper. Okay. So, let's see. He's going to have like a little protruding elbow there. And he's going to have some hinged elbows, hinged wrists. Like so. How are we doing? Hey, we still got like what? The number that I have in that are watching keeps fluctuating. Right now it says 39. That's pretty cool if there are almost 40 people still in here. That's awesome. Do you think you'll do multiples of popular characters like Snake Eyes and Cobra Commander? Definitely. Comic tropes, absolutely. But I also want to do some of the other guys too. Because, I mean, some people have favorite characters that are not, not the main characters. So I want to have, have those represented too. And what I will do, I think, is, what I did last time. And that is, if you come to my table, and you want to commission something, I can draw there. I can draw at the show. What I did last time was like just get up a little early and scratch out some commissions for a couple people. There is one dude, and I don't remember who it was, and I apologize for it. But he wanted me to do all of Night Force, and that was a cool idea, but just because of the timing of it, I never got around to it, and I felt kind of bad about that. So sorry, dude, if you happen to be here, to whoever it was who asked for Night Force, but I never got around to it. Sorry about that. Okay. So one thing about the bat is there's gonna be a lot of technical detail. I've got to make sure to get that. That can be represented a few different ways, but just lots. I know it's hard to see, but it's gonna be more defined as we get closer to being done. Look at all this. Let's see. Clean it up. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so let's not forget his backpack. Let me get this. All right. So the backpack is going to be like Nerp, 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 and then Nerp, Nerp, something like that, and then Nerp, Nerp. You know, if I were doing this for like an art job or for a comic book or something, I would have the straight edge out, and I would be, you know, drawing these straight lines actually straight. But for a sketch is supposed to be a little more loose. So we can be a little sketchier with our sketches. So okay, so he's got his claw there in the backpack. Except I'm not satisfied with that claw, so let's fix it. Let's fix it now. Better to fix it now. Okay. Okay, that's not better. That's worse. Thanks everyone for sticking around for my misery as I try to draw this. I certainly do like to share my misery with others. That is ever so slightly better, but not very much. Okay. Sometimes I wish I was ambidextrous. There we go. There, all right, the claw in the backpack. Okay, so there, it's coming together. It's coming together. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's finish this guy. Let's finish this guy. I have been working all day. I recorded video this morning. I edited video this afternoon. And then I got ready for this here live show. And I've just been going all day. And all day yesterday, too. So I'm a little gassed. And I don't want to do a bad drawing just because I'm tired. That would not be super cool. Okay, so something like that. More or less. Okay. Now we've got a Cobra emblem on that arm. Okay. All right, now let's fix this leg. We've about got it dummied out. The leg proportions are going to be a little off from what I originally sketched, but not too far. Not too bad. So it's going to be like, And let's give some thickness to this leg thing. No knee pads on this guy, but that's okay. You know, he's got so many other cool things on him that, you know, I can forgive him not having knee pads. Can't have everything. Okay. Okay. So close, so close, so close, so close. All right, so okay, so he's got like some. All right, hang on. It's coming together. Coming together. Okay. 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 So there's leg number one. He's in kind of a forward running pose, so the back leg will be back here. You just guys just gotta trust me. I know this is really light on the camera, but it's going to be much more defined here in just a few minutes. I am not yoking. I am totally serial. Also, yeah, there's a little like thing on the boot, whatever that is. Let's kind of sketch it in there too, and then. Okay, I think that's not terrible. I mean, it may be terrible, but for me, it's okay. All right, so here's everything as it stands right now, and now let's start really defining these things. Let me sharpen my pencil one more time. I wanna nail these details. One more pencil sharpen. How's everybody doing? Hey, chewing bubblegum. How you doing? We're doing a drawing. We're drawing. Hello, Nestor. Nice to see you. Hello, Zim Man. Nice to see you there. Anybody else? I'm sorry. I probably missed a lot in the live chat. I apologize. All right. Duruti can see nothing, but you will, because it's about to take shape. We are about to take this onto a new level. It is hard to see, but it's going to be easy to see here in just a moment. So, let's get that head. Trust me. Have I ever let you down? I mean, lately? Swing it over here. Okay. Well, keep it. There is no reason to make these curves harder to draw when I can just turn the page. All right. Okay. All right, there's the head. Let's get this neck and the kind of ring collar thing that he has. Okay, there's that. And he's got these shoulder doodads. Like so. Like so. All right. Like there. All right. Get ourselves a rolled up sleeve here. So, do you think there's a Cobra trooper whose job it is to like put these uniforms on the Cobra BAT and roll up the sleeves? Is that like a punishment job? Because you know these Cobra BATs are not like rolling up these sleeves by themselves. There's some poor Cobra trooper or lab assistant or something who has to put all these shirts on these robots and then roll up their sleeves. No, we can't have the sleeves rolled down. You know, because he's got to switch his arm pieces out, right? He's got to, like, switch out the hand for the claw or the flamethrower or whatever. So, you know, we can't have the sleeves rolled up. Okay. Yes. Okay. Alright, we are getting it. Hang on. You are about to see a much more defined drawing here in a moment. Okay. 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 There. 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 Okay. All right. It's coming together. It's coming together. All right. Okay. There. This grenade on his chest, on this strap, is a very particular shape, and I'm trying to capture that shape. Okay. Then he's got this kind of whatever it is. Let's kind of give that some definition. And then he's got this yellow strap that goes over his shoulder. And I know there's going to be a texture pattern, but let's give it like a little seam on the edges, like that. And then there's this like crisscross pattern there. Okay. 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 See, now that I did all the preliminary work, the rest of this is a lot easier. I know where my lines need to go, so I just put them there, except that one wasn't very good. Hold on. Easy fix. All right. Coming together. All right. We almost have ourselves a Cobra BAT. We just got to finish this guy out. Okay. There. Let me go ahead and... Actually, let me do this backpack I'm trying to work from top to bottom as much as I can. There. So, yeah, this is the deep mystery of artwork. It's watching a guy scribble on paper while saying there, there. This is the entertainment you tune in for every week. So you've got your Super Bowl, but does the Super Bowl have an artist sketching something that you can barely see while saying there, there? I don't think so. I've watched a couple Super Bowls and I haven't seen that. Okay, there. I'm doing it again. There. Okay. All right. Let me get this, and I'll hold it up to the big camera again. Man, this second camera is pretty crappy. I probably should just stop using it and wait to do this again until I can get a better second camera. I'll probably do that. I mean, sometimes it doesn't look that bad, but that's pretty bad. Okay. All right. Anyway, here's progress. Progress. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so let's. I haven't I don't want to do that yet. Let's work on this belt first. Let's give him the old school Batman belt buckle. And then this little utility belt doohickeys. Let's see here. Okay. 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 Now I think I can draw this. Well, no. Let me get this leg a little bit more, and then we'll draw in the submachine gun. I'll just sort of do a from memory version of Dial Tone's submachine gun, because I don't have it in front of me and I really don't feel like going to get it. Okay, but this is a good time to do it. So it's going to be like there, something along those lines. Okay. Let's get that line just a little bit better. I say get it better and then I immediately make it worse. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. show the progress. There's the progress. All right, getting there, getting there. Okay. Thanks to all who have stuck around. Like I mentioned before, I knew this segment of the show is not going to be everybody's bag, but for those who do want to stick around, you just get a little extra bonus. So thanks. There. Okay. Okay. Somebody has to put all these boots on these Cobra bats too. I assume they all have the same boot size. Alright. Okay, so, and then we have... There. Okay. Coming together. Coming together. Let's see. Now I need to... okay, no, now is the time that I need to define these details in the lenticular chest. Okay. I hope everybody's doing well tonight. Hope everybody is having a nice time. You may not necessarily be having a nice time watching this video, but if you're doing anything else at the same time, I hope you're having a nice time doing it. Okay. Let's just kind of... Let's give it a little light. That'll do. Something along those lines. I think that can be just a little better. All right. Okay. Let's finish this out. I don't always like to do the weapons on a straight side view because they tend to look two-dimensional, but we're going to live with it this time. Okay. All right. There we go. There we go. We're actually fairly close to being done. There. Okay. Now, let's see. Let's give him some kind of wicked cool hands. Some, like, Terminator hands. Because that's basically what they are, right? They're Terminators. Like so. There. Okay, so that's got some decent technical detail there. Okay. Looks like a robot arm to me. Okay. The grip of the pistol should come out here like so. Okay. Okay. All right. Oh, progress. Progress. Man, I'm tired. I am definitely crashing as soon as this live stream is over. I am one tired dude. Let's see. His pistol holster has this little... Let's see if we can kind of add that. Something like that. And then the pistol grip there. And let's add like a crisscross texture pattern to that. Okay. And then the strap around the there we go. Almost done. We are in the final stretch here. Okay. All right. There. Okay, next. The boots are kind of tall. They're not quite all the way up to the knee, but they have these silver bands around them that extend the boot a little bit. All right, then they also have, let's see, let's kind of define that a little bit. Like that. Okay, you know, I think we might be about done. Yeah, all right, I'm declaring that done. Ah, I almost dropped it. There we go. There is our Cobra BAT. There we go. There we go. There he is. Attacking with his flamethrower arm and such. All right, let's sign it, and then we're done. I'm going to sign it over here. And let's see, we are in May 2022. All right, that's it, guys. I am done. I see Chris is here. Hello, Chris. Sorry I didn't see you come in. Rob Vegas, I don't think I saw you come in either. Hello, guys. I am exhausted. Thank you for sticking around for the drawing and sketch part of it. I'm going to replace this camera before I do this again. This image quality is just really poor. Sorry about that. But anyway, I will see you guys. Fiery flames. Maybe he should have fiery flames. Let's give him a small flame, huh? There. Now he has a small flame. There we go. All right. Anyway, thank you guys. I can now like barely even read the live chat because I am quite exhausted. So thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you again next week. I'm going to say goodnight for now, and I will see you later.